Greetings, salutations, and bienvenue. My name is Joe Brachetto, and this is your memory card news for July 23rd, 2018. Wouldn't that be nice if I had known the day beforehand? Today, our first big news show. Can't wait to hop right in. I thought it was going to be, a light news day, but this Monday is your weekend roundup. So our top story from today, a winner accused of cheating in the Fortnite summer skirmish. This comes from Cameron Kunzelman at Kotaku. Apparently, this player, iDrops_bodies, is accused of manipulating stats, leaving games as they began, and he was a PS4 player, which was kind of weird in this Fortnite tournament, and it didn't really help that it wasn't set up like a normal competitive tournament. It was, every player played 10 solo games, and whoever had the best stats was considered the winner. And so this guy, iDrops_bodies, accused of all these things, using a mouse and keyboard while all of his competitors were using PS4 controllers. There's been a huge thread on Reddit about it, kind of accusing him of all of these things. And he's like, oh no, I'll share everything. But his Twitch channel got suspended. He says for hateful content from previous streams, which is kind of like par for the course for Twitch. But Epic actually came out and defended him using their own analytics, saying like, no, it's legit. Like, he won, and I think he won like $8,000 or something. And he said he will upload YouTube videos of his matches soon, I guess. I don't really know. I think this story is interesting. Cheating, to me, sounds like it might be kind of strong of a word. It seems like, this player, iDrops_bodies, really, if he did all of the things that he's being accused of, it still seems like he just kind of cheesed the system. This was kind of on Epic for not, providing a good, like, competitive scene, and hosting a poor event. He found the loopholes, and like, good on him, because actually I'm remembering now it was an $8 million tournament, and out of that $8 million, I think he won $130,000. So it's like, kind of like that old adage, don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, make a better game. I don't know. Still shitty though. Still shitty. Spiderman PS4 Pro revealed at San Diego Comic-Con alongside a new story trailer. My God, does this console look good. I'm really hooked. I've been trying to get it. Pre-orders are up. They're down on Amazon, but they're up on Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop. So if it's something you're interested in, I'd grab it while you can. The color is amazing red. It's this nice, really glossy, like Spider-Man red with the big white spider logo on the side. Maybe I'll clip in a picture or something. Yes, in fact, it is right here. Ding. So I've been trying to pre-order it. I'm looking to upgrade, but God, my bank kind of sucks, so I haven't been able to get it just yet. But on the trailer front, I thought the trailer looked really great, and it kind of scratched that itch of what I discussed in my E3 2018 postmortem, which was showing a different aspect of the game. I felt like up until this point, we had seen a lot of gameplay, which, I was sold from the E3 2017 showing, like, all right, this gameplay looks, kind of Assassin's Creed, Arkham Knight type of deal. But, like, yeah, just give it to me. I'm ready for it. And the fact that they just kind of kept showing it, and we hadn't seen much else outside of the Game Informer reveals in May, made it like, if you're gonna keep showing it, please show me like something different, because you've already sold me. Like, try to keep me hooked, I guess. Which maybe is selfish in the whole publicity of me, like in a consumeristic stance, in the whole zeitgeist of publicity. But you want what you want. But anyways, this trailer looked really good. We see more of Miles Morales, MJ, and kind of Silver Sable was revealed. Peter Osborne playing more of a role in this. So, yeah, just give me that game. Holy shit. It's definitely just my most anticipated game, without a doubt. Moving on though, Nintendo attacks two popular ROM sites in a new lawsuit. This comes from Cameron Corliss at Game Rant. The two sites are Love ROMs and Love Retro, which is, I guess, you gotta love your ROMs. Love Retro already shut down, taken offline as soon as the cease and desist came through, and Love ROMs has taken out their NES catalog completely. This isn't really surprising in terms of how Nintendo kind of interacts with the community as a whole. Because we have like them attacking Let's Players, taking 30% of any of their income, which YouTube already takes 50%. So, but I think they're really going after these sites harder now because they have their classics line. You know, the NES Classic, the SNES Classic just came out last year. I would imagine we're going to see something like an N64 Classic or maybe a Game Boy Classic even sometime this year. So, you know, they probably want to preserve the value of that by cutting out how expensive, like, how subversive these sites are. And I mean, they are in their rights to do that. There is this argument I saw in Corliss's article about game preservation and how this sites or these ROM sites are kind of doing a service towards game preservation, even if that wasn't their original intent. And to that, I'm kind of like, yes and no. Like, just because Nintendo isn't doing it to the standard like we would prefer as gamers, doesn't mean, you know, the community can go out and come up with their own solution. And it's like, gaming is not the wild, wild west. And I get it. I'm a history teacher. Like, I'm all about preserving history, especially of this medium. But we got to do it right. So, I don't know. Writing's on the wall. If you want any ROMs, you might want to get after it. I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying, fire's burning. Better get out. Valve banned a record amount of cheaters last week. This information comes from Steam's own database, which you can find at steamdb.info/bans. Over 100,000 total last week. 61,000 of them in last Thursday alone, and 28,000 the Wednesday before. I found this a very interesting story. Like, just it seemed weird that there was such a huge spike. There hasn't seemed to really be a reason why that hammer was dropped so heavily last week. Like, if there's new software or a change in Valve policy, it's hard to tell. But I guess I didn't really know that there were so many cheaters in these games. I just wonder, like, what do you get out of cheating in, like, Counter-Strike or Fortnite or League? I don't even know, and maybe it's because I'm not, like, super, like, PC master race, like, into the PC gaming scene. Like, I mean, I buy games on Steam. That's how I did my 2 Let's Plays. But it's kind of like, what are you getting out of it? I don't understand. But apparently Valve is not happy with it, and they are moving right along, just like us. Shenmue III hits $7 million stretch goal and adds a new battle mechanic. This comes from Nadia Oxford at US Gamer. The new battle system is called AI battling, which allows for you to perform the best attack given your opponent's stance and positioning, things like that. It kind of almost seems like autoplay a bit. The way it's kind of described on Kickstarter is that it is a new, for new players to the fighting genre, or somebody who just wants like a, very cinematic experience. Which to that, it's kind of like, I don't know. If I'm not gonna play armchair designer here, but if that's like what you think the best use of your money is, that's great. Doesn't seem like too personally valuable to me. It kind of sounds like an easy mode, which I'm sure some people need. It just seems like not something I personally would be interested in. Shenmue 3 is set to come out sometime in 2019, but I just don't know if I believe that. We've seen so little of that game. I can't imagine it. I am kind of interested in the series though. The 1 and 2 HD remasters come out in August, late August, I think. I want to say the 24th. And I'm looking to pick those up. I've never played the series before, so I don't know. It's had this cult classic vibe that I'm really ready to check out, and I'm glad it's becoming accessible. So, And our last story for today, No Man's Sky will receive weekly updates following the launch of Next. Next launches on July 24th. And apparently there will be weekly updates starting 1 week from the 24th, so 1 week from tomorrow. This comes from Joe Screbbles of IGN talking with Sean Murray of Hello Games. These weekly updates are going to focus on community challenges, kind of like reaching specific places in the galaxy. And this is based off of, like, apparently the community has already been doing this, like, meet and greet here, we're going to go over to this planet, kind of have like a player party or whatever. I don't know what the history of it has been, but I think it sounds like a really cool way to keep the game fresh, especially in the new era of No Man's Sky that's about to drop. Like, I talked about this in my news story, my news recap last week, which you should check out on youtube.com/memory card with a 0 and an underscore. I need to get that down. Oh, buddy. But yeah, I feel like No Man's Sky has just passed me by, and I don't know, seeing this does give me hope. Like, yes, it's going to be revitalized. Maybe it's going to be good. I'm still looking to pick up a cheap copy of it, but at the same time, I'm just like, I want it more for like a historical, like a game of this generation type of deal. I don't really need it for, because I think it's going to be fun, you know? I don't know. I would love to get hooked back in, but, you know, I've already been burned. I've already, like, I don't know. We'll just see how it all pans out. But that's the way it was for Monday, July 23rd, 2018. Thank you all so much. Please check out Memory Card anywhere you can, YouTube or Patreon, patreon.com/memorycardgames. Support there is going to allow me to keep doing what I'm doing and only enhance it. Yeah. God damn it, I suck at outros. Anyways, have a wonderful day. See y'all tomorrow. Peace out.